Hello, so I'm on chess.com. Let's go and start a game. Vincent from France. France or Belgium? That's France, isn't it? Yep. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get things sorted out. Okay. That shows after me pawn, so of course I'll go and guard it with my pawn. And it's threatening the pawn, but it's also threatening the knight, because there we go. Now what we're going to do, I'll go ahead and do a pawn wall. Okay. And when I'm playing the chess game on cubemaster.com, that's a computer. So right now, this is that thing where they get the king and the castle at the same time. It's there, right? So what I can do is I can do this. Then you can go. Okay, I don't think so. You can move the pawn forward one, right? Okay. I've got some mushroom sauteing. I got these mushrooms that were kind of dirt cheap. They were Cremimi mushrooms, and there's a big tub of them, but like about a pound of them, and they were selling for cheap because they're best to sell by date. So what I did is I have some, and you do that. I have some bacon fat that originally I got for the cat because the cat's been kind of spoiled. I give him food, and then 2 minutes later it's like, nah. And so what I did was I got bacon fat, so I could just a little bit, like about a quarter of a teaspoon or something like that, so I can go like make it so it's flavorful and what have you. And so that kind of worked. But then I've got this bacon fat. I'm gonna give the cat all that. So I tried it, and it actually tasted really, really good. And I don't really eat meat that much. I'm not like a vegetarian or anything. It's just I don't eat meat. And what happened? I don't know. So there we go. So we're doing that. So then you're going to probably come to here to threaten the do. So what I'll do is I'll do that. We'll stop that from happening. But you can still steal that. And if you go there, you're covering that. So the both knights are going to do that. Okay. So what happened? I don't remember. Oh, mushrooms. So mushrooms. So some bacon fat in there, and then I put like a quarter of a stick of butter in as well, just for the fat content. And then what did I do? Then I added some garlic. Well, I've got some fresh, I chopped garlic that I put in a jar, it's diced. And then what I do is I put some boiling water on it, and then let it soak, and then I use the juice. And so the garlic lasts forever because all I'm doing is adding I keep adding the water, shaking up, da da da. Then added a little bit of paprika, a little bit of sage, and a little bit of rosemary, and just a little dash of salt. And then tasted it. There's something missing from it. So I have these breakfast sausages. I miss English sausages because they're much, much better. Okay, so you're bringing that out to that because then you're going to go to there to threaten the king. So let's go ahead and... Oh, hang on. Can't do that because... Yes, I can. But it just means... Come on, biff. And then... What happened? Then... Where was I with that? Oh, mushrooms. Garlic, da, 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 da. Oh, breakfast sausages. So I got like about 5 or 6 of them and cut them into about half-inch pieces. Threw them in because they've got like a they've got like a herb menage with Okay, so if I go here, where's my knight? And then I can go there. And then no. Okay. So that one, two. Hang on. What do I need? I need to cover that square, right? So blump. And then bluff. Okay, what about this one? Okay, that one. So bluff. Okay, how do we do this one? Bluff. Bluff. I'll just move this out. I don't know why. Oh, I can do. And again. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a fucking night for night sacrifice. And I did that, and so that's sauteing that at the moment. And then I actually have some bacon. I got once in a while I'm getting a craving for English breakfast, and it's really really nice. And it's American breakfasts are high in carbohydrates. They would have some kind of potato and toast kind of scenario. And so with an English breakfast, it's mainly protein because bacon, eggs, sausage, and a mere proper sausage. Then bacon, egg, sausages, and that's the basic of it. And then canned tomatoes is really, really. Oh, we're covering it again. Okay, which means what else are we going to do? If I do that, threaten the thingy that it's not protected by anything. Do. If I do that, and then you take that, I take that, I take that, you take it with the queen. I'm starting to lose my flow. If I go there, that's taken. If I go there, it's taken. What am I doing? I'm moving over here, aren't I? Okay, this goes over here. And then where was I going? I don't remember. What was I talking about? I don't remember either. Then bollocks. I'm going to do bishop. No, I can't do bishop sacrifice because that square's covered twice. So bacon, sausages, and then diced an onion as well to get just a bit more substance. And so it sat there in my skillet with a lid on it doing its stuff, and I'm playing a game of chess. So by the time I get there, it's going to be burned. So give me a second, please. As I move to my skillet and squish it around a bit. It shouldn't burn. I think I'll turn the temperature down as well because I've got it on maximum at the moment. I think it's cooked. I think we just look at your reduction now. Oh, a little sticking to the bottom of the pan, but not much. No burnage. I'll turn it down to a warm just to. I like my skillet as well. It's I got it from Walmart for about $30, and it's the only one he has, and it's rectangular. It's about the size of a cutting board. What kind of cutting board? And It's like a home brand thingy, and it's really really good. The last time I was there to get a skillet, the only one that was by that Drew Barrymore thingy. Pile of crap. Right, so you're doing this now. What? So you're going to go there? Why? What are you doing? What? You going this square? Oh, what happened? You went from there to there. Then if you go to there to there, it's taken. If you go to there, it's taken. What I can do is no. Yep, I can do this. Go ahead and threaten you, can it? But then can't do that because then I've got that's covered twice. No, it's only covered once. So if we do that, hang on. Yeah, so that's how. So yeah, bacon egg really, bacon egg and sausage, and then canned tomatoes is really good. Mushrooms is really good, and sometimes some people do baked beans. I'm not really into baked beans on a breakfast. Okay, now what? So you moved there for a reason. There it's taken. There it's taken. Did you just do that to get out of being threatened? A king. Okay, that's a good avenue to get rid of. So I've got to get rid of that, which means I've got to get rid of this guy. How do I get rid of that guy? It'd have to be something there. What I could do is move. Come on then. No, it's protected by the queen as well. This is a lot of everything, isn't it? So if I move this to there, then I've got that. No, but then the castle's going to take it. So I can move this to here. Then you can move there, and that's not there. You can't move there. The king, you can't move there because the king, you can't move there. Oh, the bishop, sorry, you can't move there. So, Walmart. Oh yeah, and it was crappy. The first time I used it, there's where the ring underneath it that heats it up burned, and it was okay and stuff like that. It was faddy. And that's the whole thing I find with things with brand names on it, they're just faddy. I remember I always bought just generic shoes, mainly because I was in the restaurant business. I used to wear Oxfords, and I liked them. but everyone else was wearing trainers and what have you. And I was thinking, like, you just even a kind of a not hoity-toity restaurant, the what they call it now? Oh, you took it. Oh no. Okay, so that I've just lost my Knigget, haven't I? Because if I go there, it's gone. I can't move there. Can't go there, it's gone. So there's nothing I can do. I can do this. No, but then it's bishop and you're covering it 3 times, aren't you? Scheisse. Vegetable. Okay. Ah, this is fun. I'll just take it back, whoever. And that's covered by 2 knights. Holy crap. I'm done for. Okay, so where else can... That's the only place I can go. And then you got 2 knights. Wank, man. Anyway, see what I can do. Well, yeah, you've really got a wall of knights going. I didn't realise that. Yeah, so what I do is bacon, egg, sausage, tomato, and then I put cook tomatoes in a separate pan, then everything else, and use butter, and what else do I do? And then like um, bacon, egg, sausage, tomato. I've got to get rid of those knights. Okay, okay, and yep. So I'm going to do a. Hang on. So we do that takes that, that takes that, that takes that, and I'm good. Or that takes that, that takes that, that takes that. I'm putting them in check. So that's what I'm going to do then. So where was I? I don't remember. Breakfast: bacon, egg, sausage in a pan with some butter, dash of salt. And then let that cook through. Also, the bacon in this country is weird. It's just little slivers of fat with a dash of meat. In where I come from, you basted. You basted. You basted. Okay, what can I do to do that? Scheisse. I'm going to move it here. I'm going to get into checkmate soon, I feel. Uh, um, yep, so you do that. Bacon, egg, and sausage, tomato in a separate pan, dash of salt and pepper, and then I like mushrooms as well, so I throw some mushrooms in there. And then, well, what I do, this is fried bread, something I was taught by a wonderful person, is what you do is instead of cooking toast, you take your bread, a couple of slices of bread, and all the oil that's accumulated from the butter, from the juice out of the bacon, the sausage, and stuff like that, you fry the bread in that. So not only are you frying the bread, but you're getting the delicious flavour of the what they call it, of all the meat that you've just cooked. Really, really good. Oh, hang on. Castle. Okay, you're gonna take my. You're gonna take. No, you can't because it's covered by the thingy. So next thing I've got to do is move the bishop. Okay, and that's an English breakfast. And then what you do is once you set it all up, I usually cut the toast in half across the diagonal. So you got 4 slices of toast, but they're there. And then you pour the tomatoes in there as well. And the tomatoes, usually plum tomatoes. I use whole plum tomatoes. I squish them slightly and then put them on the plate. And then what you do is eat all the food and kind of the toast, sometimes the fried bread. But you use the fried bread to soak up everything, like all the tomato juice. It is a wonderful experience. And English food, blah, blah, blah. And it's not bad for you. It's protein and it's fattening and stuff, but it's still protein. And that's what I'm saying. I can eat English breakfasts, not every day, but I can eat English breakfasts and I'm fine. Especially for if I kind of put energy to it. But I eat American breakfast, I gain weight because it's protein. That's the thing. Protein against carbohydrates. So to not give you try. And again, English food is all boring. No, it's not. Fish and chips is amazing. There was a place I used to go to on the East Coast, and they used to use Saint Lorraine potatoes, I think it were. They were the most buttery, sweet, soft new potatoes, and that's what I knew would happen that I've ever had. And they're delicious, and the fish was great as well, freshly caught and everything. There you go, take a fucking castle, you bastard. Go on. Bastard. And then I'm going to move the bishop to here, threatening the knight, but I'm also threatening that pawn. And then I go and put you in check. This is wank. Go on, do it. Sunday dinner. How's about this? What you do is you take a roast, like a beef roast, and then you put it in a pan, and just let it cook its own juices, right? And that takes the longest. So you put that in your pan and put it in the oven. Then you have your vegetables. Like peas is good. Why the hell did you do that? Okay, peas are good. Peas are good. Ebenezer peas are good, and carrots. And a thing you can do with the carrots is peel them, uh, cut them into coin sizes. You put them in water, or you boil all the food. Add a dash of salt, add a dash of sugar, and it brings them to life. It makes them zing. And then, oh, you took my queen. When did you do that? You took my. When did you do? Where's my queen? When did you take that? You took my queen. Wank. Wank. You took my fucking queen. Excuse my French. You took my queen. Ah, I'm done for anyway. So let's have a look what we got. What do we have? I'm sorry. Two castles, two bishops. You've only lost a knight. I have lost. All I've lost is the knight, right? The queen, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the only thing I've lost is the queen. Pawns. 5 not moved, 2 moved. 2 not moved, 4 moved. So I'm only down by a queen and a pawn. Let's have a go at total annihilation. There we go. Queen's in. Okay, so go ahead and threaten the queen. Haha! So take the bishop. I take it with the castle. Take the knight with the pawn. I take the queen with the bishop. It smells really nice in my room now. Okay, so you got the roast beef, and it's in the oven, 350 degrees, I think it was, and then you have um the carrots going on, the peas going on, some kind of vegetable anyway, potatoes as well. I like doing a variety of. I've forgotten what kind of potato it is. So what you do is I cook my potatoes with garlic. And a lot of people that when they're doing garlic potatoes, they will cook the potatoes, take them off, and then okay, there we go. So what you do now, you have to my bishop. And then you do that, and you're going to put me in check. So I'll just go ahead and put this here. No, I'm in check, wank bastard. Excuse my French, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm in check, mate. Okay, so I can do this. But I can't take it. If you take it, you put me in check, and I can't do it because I'm going to lose this game. So you've got the roasting, that you got the veggies, the peas, the carrots, and potatoes as an example, right? And then what you do is uh, so you got that's going on. What was I talking about? What potatoes was I thinking about? Thinking about okay, bollocks. This is scheisse. Okay, so let's go ahead and move my bishop. There you go. So I'm not protecting it. So if you bring your queen down to put me in check, and you can take that, and okay, you're going to take it with the castle and the pawn, but I'm also going to put you in check. And then there's only one thing you can do is move to H1. Where was it? I don't remember. Okay, roast beef. You got the veggies going on. You got the mashed potatoes as well, if you wish. Oh, this is how I do mashed potatoes. So you as you're boiling the potatoes, dash of salt and garlic. Put in about 3 or 4 bulbs of garlic, right? I've lost this game. Okay, and can I get what can I do? But can I get nothing? Whatever I do, it's gone. I've lost. What I can do is if I put this there. Okay, good stuff. Put this. I'm going to put this here in the guise of moving my, oh, he's going to move the pawn and attack my castle. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a castle across and attack the queen. Okay, so potatoes. So you boil the potatoes, dash of salt, maybe a dash of pepper if you wish, but garlic, ample things of garlic. So as you are cooking the potatoes, the flavour of the garlic is suckling into the potatoes. It's really delicious. And then once you finish, you strain it, and then you mash it. And then what you do is you add butter, a cream, and an egg or a couple of eggs, right? And I've forgotten what the you twat. You twat. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. And then you're going to bring the bishop. Okay, hang on. Fuck off. Hey, take my freaking bishop. Go on, do it. I dare you to. Um, yeah, I forgot what they call it. Queen Victoria potato or something? I'll have to look that up. So yeah, I need to do that. And there's nothing I can do. I'm done. You take my castle and everything. So yep, I'm done for. Bollocks. Well, I'll do a air de grace or something. Take my castle. I'll take your castle. Forgot what they call it. Because then what you do traditionally is you've made a kind of paste out of the potatoes. Checkmate. There we go. Thank you very much. I'm done. You make a paste out of the potatoes, put it in a piping bag, and then you make little mountains on a baking dish and a baking tray, whatever. Put it in the oven to finish it off, and then you have these crisp on the outside, potato on the inside. What I do is I do identical to that, but I do not. I use less butter, less cream, just enough to give it once, less eggs, and so it has the consistency of mashed potatoes, but it tastes effing delicious. Also, another thing, adding a bit of cheddar cheese. And not enough to make it stringy, just enough because basically somebody taught me about fat. And if you're going to make something, one way of doing it is you start off with the richest, and then you keep you add stuff along the same lines to where it gets weaker. So you start off with butter, that's the richest. Then you put in a bit of heavy cream, right? And then you put in a bit of half and half. Then you put in a bit of this is just going crazy here. A bit of full fat milk, and then low fat milk, and then maybe some cheese as well. Because what you're doing is you're turning down the volume on the food here, and it tastes bloody delicious. A friend of mine made hot chocolate that way, and so you start off with the again. You start off with it's you actually they started off with butter. Where's my bowl going? You start off with butter, right? Butter? Are you crazy? Well, progress. And then you cook that through, and then you make a slurry out of the chocolate with a little bit of low fat milk, right? So you make a slurry. Once the butter's melted, you add that slurry to the pan. Crazy, I tell you. So you add that slurry to the pan, and then you put in some heavy cream, and it's just a bit. It's not like a huge amount. It's like maybe a couple of tablespoons of heavy cream, and then you coagulate that, so it's all good, and then you add yourself your milk, and it's the most delicious Moorish hot chocolate you've ever had in your entire life. It's wonderful. And then maybe a little bit of sugar or stuff like that. But oh, honey, I like using honey instead of butter because it's what do you call it? It has a fuller sweeter to it, not as harsh. Sugar is like refined and stuff like that, and I do like demerara, like brown sugar, but the traditional white sugar it's just too sweet. It doesn't have any flavour. It's instead of going like I'm adding sweetness to your dish, it just goes like sweet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fall over there. So yeah, that's switched off. I now have my mushrooms done. And see if I made a mistake. See if this is any good. So there we go. Okay. So I've just come out of foot surgery. That's why my voice is a bit rough. So I now have a boot, das boot on my foot. Foot surgery. Yep. Okay, that game didn't go your way, but don't sweat it. Let's review it together. Learn. No, because do you want to see a game review? This is weird. You ready? Okay, it'll just go. Brrr, okay, and then I think it was a start of something. Start review. Ready? You ready for this?
Best by test, this move has proven strong in countless games.
Next, okay.
Developing their knight and protecting the center.
Oh, these mushrooms are great. Okay. Oh, I'm not sharing. Okay, bollocks. I'm done. Okay, thanks a lot. You look after yourself and look at the scammer often, okay?